Hello and welcome to my platform. My name is Guershley Karen Pierre, and yes, that is my real name with the middle name Karen. And I know that might seem a bit like a contradiction, but that is my fully real name, Guershley Karen Pierre. And I am a recent graduate. Actually, I graduated in 2015 from Marietta College with a Bachelor of Arts in Broadcast Journalism. I did have an emphasis in communications and a cognate in theater. And as such, I am now pretty much just at home, living life, doing what recent graduates do, and in this economy especially, and even before this economy, living with my parents. Anywho, I am passionate about representation, especially with regards to vulnerable populations, and I wanted to even center this discussion specifically on vulnerable populations and nuclear families. I love seeing our nuclear families. They're relatable, and I'm becoming more aware of our statistical discrepancies, the things that make us chaotic as a collective. So in becoming more aware, it's made me want to spread idealism, and I want to see us rise. I also believe that we are entering into a new era of unity, community, families, and that this will all be led by God. And I want to, on my platform, showcase my faith in God and showing my faith in regards to the nuclear family and just what I believe that God has taught me about us in this vulnerable collective. So you can expect, God's willing, more nuclear family content. You'll even see more of me on camera, just sharing my testimonies, using affirming words, prayer. So if that's something you're into, stay tuned, God's willing, for that. And I want to be more consistent with this platform in terms of regularly posting. I don't know in terms of the frequency, what that interval is going to look like, but I definitely know I want to post not every other year or every other 2 weeks, but more like something that you can expect to see. And I might even put it on a calendar, say, every other day or every other Tuesday. We'll see how that works. Lastly, I want it to be known that there are many platforms on social media. And I've noticed, and this is also what led me to creating my database, as well as my YouTube channel, that most of the platforms on social media that that are for vulnerable populations, they always tend to be destructive. More often than not, they tend to be hateful, destructive, and yes, they're popularized because they're addictive. I've even become addicted to some of these things. These platforms will have you hating the opposite sex, or it will have you hating yourself. It will have you hating this world, and it's these platforms, you would think they would have been used to uplift us, make us better, and they've just made us worse. So they're making people addictive. They're making us not want to live. They're making us not want to be happy. That's what these platforms are doing, because they're daily in and out inundating us with evil. So this platform is going to be a safe space. It's not going to be laden with drama, chaos, or any iteration of such. I'm going to try to keep it as best as possible a safe space in the words that I communicate, in the imagery that I showcase, in the messages that I bring across. So if that seems biased, which I know goes against the journalistic integrity and the code of ethics within journalism, well, this is going to be less journalism as much as it would be PR. That doesn't mean I won't use my scholastic sources. It doesn't mean I won't use journalistic sources. That doesn't mean I won't be logical as I was educated to become. It just means that there's also going to be that edge where it's more idealized rather than just, this is the realism. Because what I've noticed with realism, you want to share information with others. You want to make sure people know things. But where's the line drawn between realism and self-hate? Realism and destruction? Realism and being able to drive people mentally ill with content? So that's something I'm still learning to figure out what that would mean. But on this platform, that line is going to be difficult to find because I'm going to keep it in the idyllic sense. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for more.